Hello, ladies and gentlemen. In today's video, I'm going to be talking a little bit about the movie Doctor Sleep, which I thought was. I mean, when I first went for the movie Doctor Sleep, I actually watched a couple of reviews from people, which I'm not going to mention who, but in some of them, I was surprised. Some people said, what an amazing movie this was," and some other people said, "No, what a garbage movie. It sucked. It was bad. I can't believe people are watching this movie and giving it good reviews." And and when we first bought the ticket, we were about to say, "Nope, give me my refund. I don't want to watch this movie no more. Just get it out of the way. I don't want to watch this." But at the end of the day, I still went to watch the movie, and surprise, surprise, I was amazed by this movie. At first, at first it seems kind of like a dumb movie in the beginning. Like it veers through different scenarios, which is really dumb. Like for those that watch the movie, you will know that Rose the Hat was incredible. In the beginning, she takes the little girl from the camping site with all the other soul suckers, I guess you say it, or soul snatchers, which was weird. I was like at first like, what happened to the little girl? Where is she? And then we found out that she disappeared because of Rose the Hat. That she ended up taking her soul and saving it because, as we know, Rose the Hat and everybody else needed souls to take in order to live longer. So at first I was like, what the heck is this movie about? It's dumb. It probably has nothing to do with The Shining, or if it does, it's like pretty dumb. And like for like some parts of the movie I felt like were slow and like out of direction. Like what what's going on? But then as soon as the story kept progressing, then it got better. I was like, whoa, holy moly, this is gonna be good. Especially that the little, I don't wanna I don't wanna seem rude or anything, but the African American girl, which I should check it out because I don't really wanna be that rude about it. So let me do this. So IMDb is where I check out for stuff. So let's do Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange, I would say. Oh no, Doctor Sleep, not Strange. Sorry, I just want to say that Ewan McGregor was incredible. The two people that really outshined the most was were Ewan McGregor, Rose the Hat. So Dan Torrance, he did great. Rose the Hat did incredible, and so did Abra Stone. She was incredible in this movie, like better than even everybody else. Like Snakebite Andy was okay, but those three characters are the ones that outshined during this movie. They outshined. I was so surprised how many things they threw into this movie that led back to the original Shining, like the movie, the Stanley Kubrick Shining, which was great because at first I was like, what, this is a movie, like I said, but as I watched, I liked the cinematography of this movie. Like it was great. It showed like sort of a 70s 80s type of vibe of movie, but in a more clear, in a more clear image, like the same I think it was like a 70 millimeter movie put into a digital. So I was like, incredible thing. So Rose the Hat was incredible. I would have to say that right off the bat. Ewan McGregor, or Dan, was incredible too. I liked that. I liked how the little girl, what's her name? I forgot again. Jeez. Abra, and I like that Abra was able to like tap into people's minds and control like whatever's going on. Like if it would be cool to see something like that where I could say, look, my brain, close my eyes, and it's like more like a Dragon Ball Z sort of thing, and the reason I said kind of like a Dragon Ball Z sort of thing is because like in Dragon Ball you get to see that Goku and his opponents can just sit and practice fighting, going boom, 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 mental, and they could kind of feel it like in real life that they're being thrown and kicked and punched and all these things. So I thought this movie was incredible, especially all the things they put in here that related to The Shining. It was incredible. I didn't expect Ewan McGregor's character to I guess die or to pass away or perish to the new life. I didn't expect that. I expected him to be the main leader, where he says, "Look, we're gonna have this scary movie and get it out of the way. Get the main character to stick throughout the movie." But I guess Ewan McGregor's character wasn't, I guess, the main character, because at first I was like, Ewan McGregor's the person we're here interested. That's how I thought. I thought I'm going to dedicate my or give my thoughts and dedicate, like I was fooled. That's the thing I'm saying. I was fooled. At first I was like, Ewan McGregor is the main character throughout this movie, and he's going to surpass some way or another and come out on top victorious. But as I watched the movie, I got to see that Ewan McGregor wasn't the main character. He wasn't in any way the main person to do anything. I mean, he was part of the movie. He was part of the plot, what set the movie into its direction. But at the same time, I have to say that I was expecting him to live. I was expecting Dan to just I was just expecting like something else, but I guess not. So for the movie, I would say that because of all that, the thing I loved about this movie, and I appreciate it, and I love that this is not the type of scary movie or horror movie that you start off, back in. I mean, let me think of it. Okay, so this movie is not like the typical horror movies where it's like, boom, we're first gonna start off with these people in a cabin, and they're being possessed by demons, and like the person that's there in the 70s or 80s gets eaten by this monster. No one knows who it is, and then it goes to present day New York, or present day Pennsylvania, or present day Pasadena, California, which is like really weird that they do that. But I like that in this movie, the villain, I would say it's not really a horror movie. I mean, it has horror elements in it, but it's like more of a like, I don't know how to say this, more of a like an action movie, because the villain from the beginning, you already know who the villain is, and it's not like they're doing, the villain is going to, or the scary antagonist is going to be in the dark for most of the movie, until the end they see the character face to face and see that it's the Exorcist, or see that it's a zombie, or an alien, or a monster that's trying to eat their brains out. Like, no, this movie was great from the beginning. They just threw the characters out there. They just said, here you go. Here are your characters. We don't have to hide who's who. Just bring them all out, and we'll tell you who they are from the beginning. Rose the Hat, my uncle, this, that, and that's what I liked. And that's what I like to see in future movies. Like, I want to see something like that where instead of hiding the villain or hiding the horror element, the monster, hiding it behind some sort of wall, and you just hear it. Like, it's similar to like Jurassic Park, where you end up on the island of Jurassic Park, and then all of a sudden it's like, do, do, do. The monster's coming and no one knows what it is. No one knows if it's going to be a pterodactyl. No one knows if it's going to be a cephalosaur, I don't know, a triceratops, or no one knows what it is. No one knows what kind of dinosaur it is. They just see it until like the end of, like halfway through the movie, you get to see who it is. Like, that's crazy. And that's something I have to say. Like, I enjoyed this movie because of that. Because of the bad guys, the villains, the horror elements were just thrown in the beginning of the movie. You got to see who the bad person was, and you don't have to guess what's going to happen next. You can still guess through the movie what's going to happen, but you don't get to see that. You don't know who the villain is. You just know that there's a villain or there's a horror person that's trying to scare you throughout the movie, and you get to see that. It's like, you definitely get to see, like, here it is. Here is the person, and we have to try to stop this person. It's not. This is the thing I have to say that was great about this, is that there's no, with Rose the Hat and all her crew, it wasn't about getting that person to the stage to saying, this person's this, so now we're going to try to progress it and show you that this person's going to become this kind of person, or is going to become this bad person or the good person in the end of the movie. No. I like that this person, right off the bat, I like that the creator of this movie just decided, here you go, here's the character that's already right off the bat. You know who this is, you know who they are, you know what they do, and all you have to do is just try to stop the villain. Just try to stop it. If you can stop the villain, that's great. Stop it and find a way. Not like some movies where, like I just said, that the villain or the horror alien monster you don't get to see it throughout the whole movie, but you just hear scary parts like boom. That's one villain. Like boom. It's like this. It's like this. Look, it's like, I don't know. I don't really want to say it's like Halloween, because in Halloween it's like Halloween is this weird movie like this. I guess I can sort of compare it to Halloween, because in Halloween the Michael Myers, you just get to hear his footsteps and you get to see him in the background, like, and he walks by, and you're like looking out the window like, I see that villain, I see Michael Myers, or who is that? Is that Michael Myers? And then when you go outside, it's like, I mean, not when you go outside, but like you see Michael Myers, and then all of a sudden you see, look, mom, look, it's Michael Myers outside. When she looks, there's nobody, or that's like the weird part, and that's something I appreciate about this movie, that they didn't do that. They didn't do that sort of style where, look, the villain's out there, or look, you're standing right here, and all of a sudden out of nowhere, you turn around, it's like the villain's there, whoo, and just slice you in half, and you're done. It's like that's something that this guy truly understood about this movie, like, and you get to see how all this all unfolded from the beginning due to The Shining. But if you're really going to watch this movie, I recommend you watch The Shining and then watch this movie after. The reason for that is because it's just like, it's an incredible movie. I've seen The Shining, I would say, I saw The Shining, I think one time. I believe I've seen The Shining, or I've seen parts of The Shining, but now because I saw this movie, I definitely want to watch The Shining again. I really do. Jack Nicholson is just an incredible actor, and I just want to watch this. I just want to watch The Shining again. So, for the end of the movie, I would have to say that that Ewan McGregor's character ends up dying. That's all I have to say. He ends up dying because he lets out all the villains from his box. His mind is like letting out all the villains stuck inside his box, and when he lets out all the villains, all the bad guys from Jack Nicholson's world or his movie, all end up right outside, inside the same tower. I mean, inside the same home, practically inside the same mansion where Jack Nicholson was, which is crazy. So that's crazy, and I didn't really expect Ewan McGregor's character to just die because of all the villains that attacked him, and then he got possessed, like he became like a zombie sort of thing, and then he went after the little girl, Abra. He went after her, but at the end of the day, the whole house caught fire, and he died in there. And I just have to say that I thought that would be. I thought Ewan McGregor would be the main character. I mean, the reigning character. And to be honest, I was thinking that maybe there won't be another movie after this one. Maybe not, because of Ewan McGregor being gone. Because first off, Ewan McGregor was a kid on the bike, on the tricycle, and then after he became the man that he is in this movie, and then after that he ends up being just taken out of the picture as the reigning superhero or the protagonist of this movie, and that's it. So I would still say this movie was still amazing. Like, a lot of people should watch it and understand what this movie's about, because most people that watch movies, they don't understand what's going on, and they just like to push a button and say, nope, this movie sucked. Type in, this movie really sucked, it was trash, and time to replace it. Please don't make these movies again. Make a different movie. And I just have to say, that's the sad reality of people. And the worst part is that any movie that comes out, they have to say, oh, it's all related to the president. This movie's related to Donald Trump. Or I just don't understand, like, why they do that. But this movie was great. So as always, I guess I'll catch you guys in another video.